Howdy, ladies and gentlemen. I know it's bullshit, but we can't take no chances. Gfanatic 94 is not giving any of those communist cunts at YouTube the chance to fuck him over. So unfortunately, if you're under the age of 18, you gotta get out of here. Don't worry. We're gonna fight this war. But we need an army to do so.
You know, part of me is tempted to skip this movie entirely. Part of me just wants to shove it under the pillow and hope it never resurfaces. But after rewatching this movie, I'm in a bitter-ass mood and I want to talk shit. So, let the hate commence. Alright, Noah. We have covered the golden age of Godzilla, the Heisei series. And as I said in Godzilla vs. Destroya, it was essentially supposed to be Toho passing the torch onto American film studios to try and permanently sell Godzilla to American audiences. And how exactly did American audiences repay them? Or how exactly did American film studio TriStar Pictures repay them? They didn't. They shat on the product and butt raped the name.
That's a way to put it, yes.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are taking a look at what is easily going to be the hardest film ever to get through. The 1998 Godzilla film.
Glorified iguana.
Yeah. Good God, Noah, help me. This is gonna kill me. Yeah, ladies and gents, we're here to cover this movie, and just some background on this film before we get started. Roland Emmerich, the director of this absolute disaster of a film, well, basically what he wanted to do is he wanted to have this be a reimagining of the Godzilla franchise. And this reimagining of the Godzilla franchise was bastardized and disowned by Toho. Rightfully so, if you ask me. And, yeah. Not only did this film completely shit on the title character, but it also was... I'm starting to genuinely believe as though at this time there was some sort of a secret society or something who was trying to carry out an assassination attempt on the King of the Monsters. Because when this film came... okay, this film was initially planned to be a Godzilla film from 1994. Where Toho was trying to sell the rights to Godzilla to an American film studio to make a Godzilla film.
Yeah,
Noah, go
and
ahead and post the picture of the Godzilla design that was going to be in that movie. Yeah, look at the drastic upgrade there.
he got a downgrade.
Yeah.
From the 1988. That's fucking downgrade, man.
Yeah, and ultimately, the film that would feature this version of Godzilla would essentially get scrapped because they had to wait for too long, and by the time they could actually make the film, they just flat didn't have the finances to do it. And instead, Toho gave this film, they gave the film rights to TriStar Pictures to produce and film the movie, and as a result, the abomination you see before us was born. And goddamn it, is it sickening to me how this happened. Because not only did 1998 get made in place of the masterpiece you see in the bottom of the screen there, but the concept scripts for that unused Godzilla movie were essentially used by Gamera, and completely took the idea from those films and essentially turned it into its own idea for Gamera. And those three Gamera films were, the other people's words, not mine, the single greatest kaiju films ever made. What I'm trying to say here is, Gamera, you giant flying turtle pussy, you owe Godzilla a lot of money. Pay up, bitch! And at any rate, that movie never got made, and instead we got the 1998 film. And now, we cover the film that nearly destroyed the Godzilla franchise beyond repair. Noah, list the actors for this film. List the cast, please. And just know before you do that the whole time I will be flipping off the screen with both of my middle fingers on display for the entire goddamn world to see. Because every single person who was involved in the making of this film needs to go to hell and die.
No, the
Feel free to continue.
sad part is that some of them did try their best, but
Mm-hmm.
we have Matthew Morderick as Dr. Nick Tatopoulos. Weird ass fucking name. Get good, scrubbed elbozo dog water.
Yeah, that name was literally made for nothing more than a half-assed attempt at comedy. So yeah.
Oh god, we got Jean Reno as Philip Roach, Maria Pitillo as Audrey Timmons, Ben Kazari as Victor Animal Pelosi, Kevin Dune as Cologne Hicks, Michael Lerner as Mayor Edward, Harry Shearer as Charles Cayman. I don't fucking care if I'm mispronouncing these names, I'm speedrunning, bitch.
Yep.
Arabella Field as Lucy Pelosi, Vicky Lewis as Dr. Ellis Chapman. Yeah, that sounds a familiar name from an actual good movie in the future. We got Laurie Goldman as Jean, Doug Savant as Sergeant O'Neill, McQuan Neer as Dr. Mendel Craven. Craven, excuse me? That's a fucking Marvel character.
Yeah.
Ralph Mansa is Joe, Fisherman Joe.
One of
Glenn
the
Morgan.
only two good parts of the film, Fisherman Joe. He only appears for one scene and is never seen again.
We have Glenn Morshower as Kyle Turrington, Chris Ellis as General Hunter Edgerson, Richard Gant as Admiral Phillips, Clyde Kusuta as Japanese tanker Skipper. Hey, yo, those fucking penguins?
I like how even though we're both clearly in depression, you're trying to have some humor here, bro. Good on you.
Oh, there's always gotta be something in dark times.
Yeah.
Nancy Cartwright as Carmen's secretary, Gary A. Hecker as creature vocal effects. We also have Frank Welker as creature vocal effects as well. And as uncredited, we have Kurt Carley as the Godzilla suit performance, which we hardly even got to see.
Yep. And yeah, bro, I'm not even sure if we can call this a suit performance at all, because basically, this film is basically taking everything Jurassic Park did and applying it to Godzilla. We'll talk more about that when we get to the kaiju aspect of this kaiju film. But let's go ahead and talk about the humans first.
We don't need you having a stroke this soon like our big guy did.
Yeah. Just a warning, Noah, when we talk about the monster action, I'm probably gonna go on a rant. But yeah, basically the human aspects of this film. I wish I could say it's done badly. I wish I could say that it has no reason to exist. I wish I can say that the humans in this film are dog shit and should all just go burn in hell because of horrible performance. But the problem is, I can't say that. You see, the problem with this film lies in the title character, Godzilla. The human aspect of this film is handled actually really well, and it's basically the highlight of the film. And unfortunately, that's really all the good stuff I can say about it. Personally, I believe that the worst character in the film is the lead role slash protagonist, Nick Tatopoulos. Not only is this dude just an uninteresting dude to follow as the lead role, but like I said before, his last name is literally nothing more than a half-assed attempt at comedy, and it falls flat on its face every single time. Other than that, though, the other characters, they saw, like, I don't know if they watched any of the prior Godzilla films, but they tried to make this film good, and I personally believe that in my head canon at least, I'm gonna go ahead and say that they saw, how bad this movie's monster action was, and brought their A game to try to make up for it. With that being said, Noah, would you like to say anything about the, the kaiju before I start screaming incoherently?
Well, it's very. The problem is, it's the name. They used this thing and put on the Godzilla name, which is just like if they would have gone with a different name, different title, different marketing, then it would have been a decent kaiju movie, its own monster movie. It would have been fine as long as you didn't use the name Godzilla.
Because this is as unworthy of the Godzilla name as you can get.
Very much so. Like, it's just so much stuff they could have done far better, but
It is depressing, and I don't blame you for not wanting to talk about it, Noah, but we have to for the sake of this Godzillathon. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get the painful part out of the way. The kaiju aspect of this film, just looking at this thing makes me want to grab it, throw it out the window, and crush its goddamn skull before it even has a goddamn chance to roar. This thing, this kaiju, this creature that the makers of this film call Godzilla, it is pathetic. Literally take the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, make it look like it's a hybrid, copy and paste it onto the freaking film, and bam, there's your Godzilla. And that should never be a way for me to accurately describe the Godzilla in a Godzilla film. Flat out. They took the character Godzilla and they spat on his name. They treated him like shit, and they completely and utterly destroyed any hope of America actually owning the license to Godzilla. Because flat out, this film was so bad with Godzilla, with the execution of Godzilla, that Toho swiftly revoked any and all plans to sell the Godzilla product completely to America, and rightfully so. And they spent the next decade at least, shamefully bastardizing this character, and I do not see a downside to that, because this thing is horrible and it completely almost destroyed the franchise. And you know, let's just talk about this thing's abilities real quick. First of all, it doesn't even have atomic breath. It breathes methane, and basically what that does is, under the right circumstances, its breath can catch fire. It can't outright breathe atomic breath. It just literally lights the air around it on fire, which is, oh my god. Yeah, I'm getting pissed the more I think about this thing. And then there's the fact that back in the actual Godzilla films, well, Godzilla had a kid, and they tried to mimic that in this film, where the Godzilla, the giant T-Rex, gives birth to basically the velociraptors from Jurassic Park. Who in their right mind designed the kaiju for this movie? I will find you. I told you, no, I'm probably gonna go on a rant. But that's not even the worst part about this thing. Y'all remember basically all of Godzilla's history, where Godzilla was impervious to conventional weaponry, and where Godzilla was essentially bulletproof and can literally get hit with missiles, laser cannons, tank shells, and every single weapon that the Japanese military and other militaries from different countries could throw at this man and still be hungry for more? This thing is such a pussy. It spends the entirety of the film running away from the military, dodging missiles, and the only time it ever actually gets hit by any of the weaponry from the military, it takes 4 shots from fighter jets when this thing gets trapped in the cables of the Brooklyn Bridge to kill it. Did these pieces of shit ever even watch any of the original Godzilla films? I'ma spoil that answer for you. No, they fucking didn't. Otherwise, this would have never been greenlit. And furthermore, just it's depressing as fuck to talk about. And I mean, just this thing, we're not even going to talk about, like, who we would recommend this film to, because, honestly, this film's not even worth that. But, okay, no, I'm done now. Is there anything else you would like to... Yep. 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 Okay. Yep. Godzilla had a stroke trying to read this and fucking died. Noah, we have never seen disrespect for the King of the Monsters like we have seen in this film, and hopefully we never see it again. But with that being said, we do have one more chapter in the 1998 saga. And thankfully, the show we cover next, Noah, take it away.
Motherfucker's actually good!
Yes.
He can take hits in this amount!
Indeed. And bro, I'm telling you right now, if I ever see any of the writers from this film out in public, or if anyone ever tries to do this shit to Godzilla again, I'm probably gonna get arrested for murder. So, yeah. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and stop this video now. I need to go take a shower. I feel nasty after watching this movie again. And yeah. What we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna call it a day there, and I will see you guys tomorrow when we take a look at the 1998 TV show of Godzilla. Yeah, I need to go take a shower. I need it. Yep. Oh, good God. Just everything about that thing is leagues better. See you tomorrow, guys.
One on the bridge. Lock on and fire at will.
Alright, y'all know the drill. Like, leave a comment, and subscribe. Y'all want more videos, right? More kick-ass shit? Well, good, because I want more views. Let's help each other on this.